Oh, ah. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Snack and Praise and Ben and Error. Welcome. Hi. Uh, it's been a million years. It's been like 2 months. um, because there's no reason. I have ADHD. That's all it is. you know. Um, but yeah, we're here now. Uh, so 1,000,002 months without the 1 million. Anyway, um, yeah. So this stream, I'm just gonna start talking a little bit about it. So uh, most of you know Slug, um, and how obsessed with Digimon is he is. And we were doing a today. He was doing a stream where he was just assigning people Digimon, and I'd already had him do that for me, so I ended up just looking through Digimon to figure out what Digimon I would be, rather than like what my partner is, which is Labramon. Um, because I love Labramon from um Digimon Survive, watching the stream, watching Slug stream that. Um, so I as I went through it and kept going through it, I was like, oh, it was one of those things where it's like surface level. I was able to like come up with a general loose connection that connected to like my transition timeline. And the more I looked at it and thought about it and dug into more details, the more like uncanny it became, where it's just like, God, this is like you would think that I wrote these Digimon to be this way. Like you'd think that I put these here with how well like I can tell my story using this evolutionary line. Um for context, I haven't been like I watched the first couple of seasons of Digimon way back in the fucking late 90s. And I haven't really been big on it since then. Like it didn't stick for me really. Um, but it did stick for Slug, and I've been watching a lot of streams for the past almost a year. um, and so it's sort of been slowly worming its way into my brain, and today my neurons got hella activated. um, so yeah, I'm just gonna yes, we're gonna start there, kind of. Let's let's just jump into it. Let's get started. This is gonna be. I think this will be fun. I hope this will be fun. A little bit of insight into me, um, for people who are interested. Uh, and this will go on the YouTube and stuff, as well. I have VOD's channel, which probably has one. Or do I? That should not be true. Is that still true? Am I still quiet? I may need to project a little bit more. It should be distant. Let me know if that's still the case. Oh, that's really weird. Let me Okay. Um, Let me know how it sounds now. Hopefully, it shouldn't be cutting out or anything. Let me know. Testing, testing. Hello, hello, hello. Am I cutting out? Does it sound weird? Do I sound normal and voice pilled? Okay, good. Yeah, I had a basically an AI corrector thing. It basically is like Discord's thingy where it silences background noise. Get my fan less near the mic. Um, let's see how this goes though. Let me know if you hear any bad buzzing or background sounds, and I'll try and sort that out as they pop up. But otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going. Did y'all hear what I said to lead into what I'm gonna talk about, or do I need to repeat all of that shit? Let me know. Respond on your phones now. You just heard beeps and boops. Okay. 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 Um, Press one for yes. Yeah. No. No. No pressing. No numbers. I finger wag. Don't do. Um. Okay. So. Uh. With you. Okay. I'll start from the top. Okay. My friend Slug is a streamer. Many of you know him. Most of you should. I don't know if Bitter is familiar. Um, but most people who are aware of me probably are aware of Slug. Um, yeah, that's fine. He is a VTuber. Um, he's a streamer. I've been friends with him since 2020. That gross boy, yeah. That's a little guy. Yes, thank you very much for that context, Snack. A slug is, in fact, like a snail, but it doesn't have a shell. And this slug is like that, but perverted and weird and has so much ADHD. Um, and also, he's a great friend and trans ally. Um, so he is obsessed with Digimon. I've been watching him play Digimon Survive for the past half a year. Like he started streaming it in like July. He's been streaming it, semi-weekly. um, and prior to that, I guess to go further into detail, he is obsessed with Digimon. He can tell you everything about every Digimon, basically. Well, he still finds one that he doesn't know, but that's just how it is. Um, and my own history with Digimon, I watched the first season or two, um, I think most of two, in when it was airing on the television in the late 90s. Um, it didn't really stick for me. It's not something that I dug into and stuck with. Um, I fell off of it and hadn't really thought about it or cared about it until basically this past year of watching Slug, because he talks about it a lot. Um, and to bring it to why we're here and what I'm going to be talking about and doing, um, today Slug was assigning Digimon partners to the chat, and going through and just sort of like starting with some seed that someone would give him, like, oh, I really like rabbits or whatever, and then taking that and going based on the vibes of the chatter, because it's generally with people that he knows, or he would just ask for more prompts or whatever. And I'd already had this. I'd already done this on a previous stream where he was doing this. Um, he gave me a partner, which was Labbermon, which is my favorite Digimon from Digimon Survive, the game he's been playing. Um, I could go through that line, but that's not really what we're here for. I can talk about it later, maybe if I feel like it. Um, so uh, I got home towards the end of that stream. I had a doctor's appointment thing, um, and I, while I was listening, I just started looking up stuff for assigning myself a Digimon, like not a partner, but like what it would be, what I would be if I was a Digimon. And as I was doing that, I was sort of thinking about it in terms of like a transition timeline of my transition timeline, or sort of just a rough timeline of my life in regards to my transition. And I was able to really make it work. Um, and it's one of those things. This is something that happens with me a lot. I've talked to Snack about this before. There's just a weird way of me sort of stumbling on something that like connects to me way too well. Or it's sort of like the serendipity thing that happens, where it's just like I find this sort of general connection. Like I just make these connections, and then the more you look at the connection I've made, the more you look at the details of the things that I've put together, the more and more and more you can start to see like how even minute details about the things actually connect. And it's weird. It's weird how often this happens, and it happened today with this Digimon shit. I went through and did this, and then I started reading more about them, and then I lay down in bed and was thinking about a lot of those details and like how it relates to me, and I was just like, why does this work so well? Yeah, it really it's the bean phenomenon, seriously. Um it's weird, but it's true, and I'm here to just I kind of just want to ramble about it and help unravel it for y'all. I just kind of felt like I don't know, going through a rough timeline of my transition, um, in the lens of uh, a Digimon evolutionary line. So let's fucking do it. um, all right, egg. Hi, Gradra, welcome. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't really set up BTTV at all yet. We will. I will get there. So, but the trans hearts are appreciated. Um, egg. We begin with egg. All Digimon begin as egg. And this is a very pink egg, which is extremely appropriate. Uh, Pink is my favorite color, like majorly at this point. Um, so this is an egg. All Digimon start as a Digitama, Digi-egg, Tamago in Japanese is just egg. Um, so this is a Digimon egg. And out of this Digimon egg pops this little guy. A little slime buddy. Just a little friend with a beak. Um, so I'll read the description. Just for funsies. A slime Digimon with a chubby body similar to silicon. It jiggles flabbily when it crawls forward. Both of its small fins are unexpectedly handy, but to be absolutely precise, it is not yet able to fly. As it loves the smell of the sun, on days with good weather, it lies sprawled on the lawn and smells the scent of grass with a sniff, immersing it in a good mood. If it gets in a pinch, it foams out acidic bubbles and covers the opponent in them, then fucking runs away. Which is great. Because when I was a baby, I also puked on people and then screamed and cried and was taken away. Uh, no, this is me. I'm alive. I'm born. I'm a little baby. I'm a little baby guy. I'm not familiar with what the meme girl with the snail. um, but yeah, there's not much to say about this. It's really cute, and it is. It does follow the evolutionary line properly. Hi, Hig. Hi. Um, so this is baby Bean, right here, baby Beanmon. Um, and then we progress a little bit to our in training form, which is basically toddler Digimon. Um, and it's a little birdie. It's a little pink birdie, round, fucking pink bird. Um, a small bird Digimon that evolved from Pururumon, and can now fly at low altitudes. I couldn't fly in real life, but in the context of me being a Digimon, this is totally true. I would be a little guy that could fly around and be eminently puntable. Yeah, I mean, please don't, please don't hurt me. I'm so small and cute and soft. Um, anyway, it has wings, and unusually for a baby Digimon. Yeah, the Japanese terms are different than like the usual dub terms. Um, so for the dub, they call these in training. In Japanese, I guess it's just baby two. Yeah, baby wake up, baby two just dropped. Um, yeah, so its most charming feature is the feather ornament attached to its head. So it maintains it intently. It has a fundamentally tidy personality, true. But because it cannot turn its neck, question mark, it doesn't fucking have what neck? It's just a little head orb. Um, yeah, Baby 2, the sequel to Baby. Um, even if it wants to groom itself, it relies on its comment, but baby shit. Signature move, flapping its wings to raise a cloud of sand. Then it fucking runs away. Next citation needed, exactly. Um, so yeah, just a little guy, just a cute little guy. Um, fun, fun fact about me about being Emily. Um, when the what the fuck are those things? Oh no, ADHD moment. I can't remember the word. What's the baby sonar? Where you look at a baby on the screen and you find out if it has a dick or not. I don't remember. Sonogram? I don't know. Um, ultrasound. Thank you. The baby laser. Um, uh, they thought I was going to be a girl. They thought I was going to be assigned female at birth. I mean, they were right. I am a girl. Um, but I was assigned male at birth. Um, and that kind of ties in pretty well here. Here we have this cute little pink bird. Um, and it's common. Oh, wait. I thought it evolved into Biomon commonly. Maybe it does just evolve into Hawkmon. Hold on. Let's dig a little. Cause my understanding was that yeah, this bird is cute. Like this is um like standard girl Digimon. Like the girl in the first series has this. Yeah, just cute little pink bird. It's a little feminine creature. This is what I was expecting to turn into, but I didn't. This is not my rookie form. This ain't who I am. This isn't who I ended up being. No. I'm a Hawkmon at this point in my evolution. I evolve into a little guy. Um, and interestingly, as a child, my favorite animals were birds by far. I loved um, like hawks and eagles and falcons and stuff. I love birds. And this is a little like mostly mask coated little bird guy. Um, and this is the exact kind of creature that I would have 1,000 million percent loved as a kid. I would have identified with this thing very strongly. Um, nowadays, I would pick Piomon, but that wasn't in the cards at the time. So this is a very polite bird Digimon. that is always calm, cool, and collected. It's not 100% true of me as a child, kind of. I had anxiety, so it looked like I was calm, cool, and collected, but generally I was just shy um, and panicking silently. Uh, it's an ancient thing. I don't know. I don't care about all that. Its signature move is violently pecking with its beak, like a woodpecker, which is fucking great. A beak pecker. Um, yeah. So my little Digimon form has a little pecker. Um, you can read into that as much as you want. So this is me as a kid. I was a fairly happy child. Um, I was generally very jealous of the girls of my same age. I had no idea why. It wasn't even necessarily jealousy. It was more just I leaned towards wanting to be friends with them and wanting to imitate them and act like them and dress like them. But obviously, this was I. For context, I am in my early 30s. For folks who don't know, um, so this was in the early 90s, early to mid 90s. I didn't know the term transgender. Uh, I didn't know that that was a thing. My mom didn't know that was a thing. Bless her heart. She had no idea how to navigate that, and I didn't either. I didn't know how to express it. So it's basically just something that, like, I knew I was sort of anytime I expressed it, it was made clear to me that it was weird for me to like girl stuff. Um, so I just sort of repressed it. Um, and uh, lyrics in my music, whatever. Um, so yeah, I think we'll just jump ahead to the champion. So this little guy, fast forward to puberty, I guess. This is sort of how I was thinking about it. This is sort of like childhood, and then we hit my champion form. I did evolve into champion, and I'm an awkward teenager. Um, something has gone horribly wrong. Something has gone horribly awry. Where did my wings go? What the fuck? I was using those. Uh, I was a very awkward teenager. I didn't understand myself or what was happening with my body, and I feel like this creature just encapsulates that so well. It's actually there's actually a lore reason for it having salad on its head, and I will go ahead and read through that. A mythical, ancient Digimon that was said to have been overhunted to extinction due to the spread of the internet. Digimon be wildin'. I don't know. Just run with it. Although it is a bird Digimon, its wings are fucking gone. It cannot fly anymore. That fucking sucks. It feels all weird about its body now. Because things that it felt normal about for a long time are suddenly gone. And its voice is getting deeper, and it doesn't like it. It doesn't understand any of this shit. And it's an awkward little kiwi bird. Furthermore, it possesses the makeup of a plant type and is able to perform photosynthesis with the leaf-like things growing on its head, providing itself with nourishment. It has no other ways of defending itself aside from the hard shell that covers its head, and it is easily attacked by intruders due to its docile personality. Relatively true. I was very much docile, and I did have bullies who were my quote-unquote friends. Um, but generally, I was actually pretty good at because I've always coped via humor, uh, as you will come to understand throughout this conversation, if you don't already understand. uh, I make jokes to get through situations, and I make jokes to de-escalate. I'm pretty good at that. When someone gets pissed at me, I would just sort of laugh with them. My docile nature. Uh, yeah, that's just I don't know. I found ways to be good at making friends because I didn't want to build muscle because it felt gross. Um, yeah. So okay. So its special move is okay. Here we go. So its special move is attacking the enemy using the Chibi Kiwimon. These little guys. If you can see my cursor, I think you can. Um, the little blorbs that float around it. Uh, Using the Chibi Kiwimon, it conceals within its body little pecker. Little pecker. Uh, the small, yeah, they're that's the its special move is called little pecker. Since the Chibi Kiwimon's beaks are extremely hard, just like Kiwimon, it is a terrifying technique in which they explode when hit. Uh, Despite being completely charred after exploding, the Chibi Kiwimon returns safely. You can read into this sentence as little or as much as you want. Um, Obviously, I was pausing for emphasis. Uh, I'm not gonna talk about that in depth, but there's some puberty metaphors in here. uh, Anyhow, yeah, they fucking explode. Apparently, this rules. Um, yeah, so I've sort of already rambled most of what I was thinking. But yeah, the little kiwis keep returning. The little spermies keep filling. Um, so yeah, and something to note that because I sort of had this general idea in mind already when I shared this with Slug, and he pointed out like it's this shy little bird hiding behind a mask, um you know uh concealing its true self a little bit. It's just a little bit behind the mask, it's just its head. um and you know teenage years are definitely when that started. Um, but overall, I was still functional. I couldn't fly anymore, which was fucking wild. Uh, but you know, I was still able to get things done. I had some rough depression years, but I bounced out of them pretty well and had an okay last couple of years of high school. Um, and then I digivolved to my ultimate, I think is the right progression. Yeah, perfect. Um, and I returned to my shell. I returned to egg. Um, this is where it starts getting wild. Well, I mean, the last one was also pretty wild, but this is like this is so me. So, and again, I do wanna stress that this is like it's not a canon route, but this is all a route that does work within the context of Digimon. Like this is a Digimon that could theoretically have this evolutionary line. Um, so this is an Ultimate Digimon, which has the appearance of a Digitama, the beginning and end of all Digimon. So we started with. It is said that Digitamamon, who is at the apex of evolution, will not evolve from normal Digimon, and will never evolve unless it fuses with data from another dimension. That will come back up. That is important. It will never evolve unless it fuses with data from another dimension. It is covered in an exoskeleton shaped like an egg, and all attacks are rendered meaningless before it. um, its special moves are completely destroying the enemy's spirit and an orb of darkness. When suffering these attacks, Digimon, all the Digimons have their vital functions brought to a halt. I do too. Um, yeah, the indestructible egg isn't as literal, but most of you know that egg is a term among trans people. Um, for someone who doesn't know they're trans yet, really, or is just starting to understand it. Um, yeah, Digimon, true. Um, so, like, so much of these little details, like, its special moves are completely destroying the enemy spirit. I mean, really, my own spirit was generally pretty much fucking completely destroyed. And an orb of darkness. Oh, God damn it, Snack. I'm not gonna address that. Fucking hell. um, yeah. So once I started getting late teens into my 20s, it was very much hiding, and it completely went into my shell at that point. Suffering very hard from anxiety, depression, undiagnosed ADHD, all of those undiagnosed, and untreated. And life was kind of miserable for a long time. Um, but, you know, as all eggs do, I eventually realized I was an egg. Um, uh, Thanks to really just starting to contextualize and understand what a lot of my feelings regarding other women were and what they meant, and then communicating uh, with other dimensions through the internet. Um, I, you know, I as I said earlier, which may not have been picked up by my mic now that I think about it. I don't remember. Um, I did not have the language for understanding transness until fucking 2012. Uh, like my early to mid 20s. I was like 23, 24 at that point. Um, and I had never really understood all this. Like you know, obviously as I got older, I started to kind of gradually understand and piece together what some of my feelings meant and how it related to other people. Um, but I didn't really have the language for it. It all kind of came to a head, um, you know, suffering within my orb of darkness. um, Eventually, like I just sort of had this moment where it was like, God, I feel insane with how much I am jealous of this of this woman and how much I wish I could be exactly like her. And I ended up just sort of like Googling because like you know I didn't know transgender at the time, but obviously I'd heard of other outdated terms that are now you know sometimes considered slurs, generally not, but like you know transvestite, transsexual. I never identified with those terms uh, because I didn't really cross dress. I didn't really want to cross dress. I didn't want to be a man dressing in women's clothes. I never identified as a man. I like genuinely never liked that term for myself, even when I was still pretending like I was male. I always referred to myself as a boy. Um, uh, Lost my train of thought. Um, so that's right. That term didn't really land for me at all. I was like, I don't really want to be that. I'm not that. Um, and yeah, I've seen that take from other folks who are, you know, in whatever way queer, and not necessarily trans femme, but it's sort of just like as a general thing, you know, not really ever identifying with becoming a man because all of these, um, yeah, exactly. A lot of that stuff is portrayed pretty badly in media and just in society in general. Um, you know, like the idea of becoming a man is sort of this whole fucking thing, and it's something that I never wanted to participate in. So I just ignored that entirely, and I never really considered myself one. Um, and transsexual, that term never clicked really either because I didn't really it was never focused on um, the necessarily like the sexual aspects for me, and that term makes it sound like it is, like in terms of you know what equipment you have and all that. I it was never really my chief concern. Is just I quote unquote wanted to be a girl. Honey, you are one. You just don't understand that or what that means. Um, so yeah, so I just started searching under those kinds of terms. Right, Hig, yeah. Um, uh, Anyway, yeah. So my googling, communicating through the internet to another dimension, uh, I ended up stumbling upon trans subreddits and just sort of and obviously like there's a lot of I'm not going to have a discussion about Reddit. Is I guess what I want to say. Uh, it helped me a lot at the time to help contextualize, and there's a lot of information that was wrong there. That sort of and a lot of takes there that sort of made things worse for me for a while. Um, but overall, it helped me um, understand all this stuff about myself. I started finding all these terms, all these definitions, and started being able to relate them to myself and to contextualize all of my life experiences and what they meant. Um, the thing is, I kind of still stayed in my egg. I wasn't ready to come out yet for many years after that. Like, I think 4 years total. Um, so I was sort of just my Digimon self was continuing to adventure and take on threats as a Digitamamon. Um, oh, random aside about Digimon lore. It's like a lot of Digimon will have like a one-way path, and then a lot of times, like generally the like tamers Pokemon, um, the human kids who have or not Pokemon. Sorry, I'm surprised that's the first time that's happened. It'll happen more. Um, the uh, the the Pokemon trainers Pokemons um, usually turn back into their rookie form. So for me, that would have been Hawkmon. But usually, uh, like a lot of Digimon just keep going. So this line is under the that rule set more of just like sticking with what you turn into. Pokemon tamers, yeah. um, so yeah, I spent a lot of time in this egg, and I had some good experiences, and I had a lot of bad ones. There was a lot of darkness. There's a lot of me lashing out uh, through again at the time not knowing that I had ADHD either, and not understanding that I was experiencing uh, rejection sensitivity syndrome or dysphoria, rather RSD. Um, Not understanding that a lot of the things that were making me feel like shit were just related to ADHD. um, and sort of turning those on myself and on others, and sort of just having a generally bad time of things. Um, Eventually, my oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Um, anyway, voice crack. One second. I'm gonna drink a little water. Okay, thank you, Lou. Love you too. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out and listening. Um, okay, where are we at? Oh, okay. Uh, so I sort of reached a point. Thank you, Hick. I'm pretty proud of it these days, honestly. For a long time, I wouldn't have been, but these days I'm pretty happy with it. Streaming, through streaming and recording myself and hearing it back, I'm like, hey, I don't hate how this sounds. I actually kind of sound myselfly, which is pretty great. But anywho, uh, I had to return to my home island, back to the care of the original uh, Digimon and Tamers that I was familiar with. I moved back in with my parents. Following some really, really bad deep dives into my orb of darkness, depression, etc. Some really bad episodes. Um, but once I got home, I decided to tell my prior tamers and such um, about the data from another dimension that I had discovered, and that I think uh, I can evolve. I can digivolve past this point, and I would like to try. Um, and my mother, I'm gonna drop the metaphor just just for clarity's sake, um, was very supportive and very happy, um, and did not mind in the least, and supported me in seeking out services and stuff. Um, Thankfully, at that point, I was on. I live in Oregon, so we have healthcare, which I'm sorry for folks in other countries and other states in our country who don't have healthcare, but um, I am fortunate to have that. So I was on the Oregon Health Plan, and it covers gender services. As of 2015, it started doing that, and this was in 2016 that I came out. So I was able to manage it, sort it out, get it all figured out, um, and started incorporating this data from another dimension. um, for a Digimon, I think that transformation would be basically instant. For me, it took a long time of gathering all the data and incorporating it into my form. Um, Something, yeah, it's great. Um, I'm going to touch on this briefly. I don't want to go too far into it, but it's kind of crazy how well this little bit fits also. Um, uh, you know, about not even a year actually, like half a year into this process. And to be clear, like, I had started transitioning. I started my transition um, July 9th or 10th in 2016. And it was pretty slow going at first. But, changes were happening. It was just nice to be starting to try to be myself. It was really nice. Um, so those changes were slowly occurring. Um, for a little bit of extra added context, I was a stoner at this time. In 2015, something else happened in Oregon. Weed became legal, and I had long since been more or less straight edge. I would drink on occasion, um, but I had never smoked before it was legal. Um, but then I became a stoner pretty hard. um, and that ended up being a problem. Um, I'm I'm not going to go into detail on this. But I my Digi Tamamon smoked a lot of weed, a lot of weed, and at one point, its Digi cousin gave it a ton of weed of multiple different strains that it smoked a lot. A lot. Like, I'd gone through periods where I had more or less available because of expensiveness, but I have a cousin who grows. So I ended up getting like these four huge bags of different kinds, and I was mixing and here's my PSA: don't do this. Do not do this. I was basically staying high 24/7, with different kinds of strains, sort of mixing and matching in my brain. Um, for people who are neurodivergent and have mental health issues and all this kind of stuff, when you start just kind of going wild with all of these psychoactive effects, it can fuck with you. Um, so be careful out there. Obviously, it's just a random little PSA, I guess. um, for folk like honestly, I mean, I can't get high anymore. It is not allowed within my household at this point because of this time, um, which will be more apparent in a little bit. Um, but I still miss it sometimes, and doing it in moderation is fine. This is just my PSA to say, make sure you imbibe substances and such responsibly, in moderation. Don't go too crazy, or it will make you crazy. Um, I experienced. I, I'm not going to talk about it in real world terms. I will talk about it in Digimon terms, though. My Digitamamon went through a dark digivolution. Um, its data became corrupted, and it stopped really behaving like itself all that much. Um, it was moving a mile a minute. It was saying all kinds of things more quickly than you could hear them and process them, and it didn't really understand what it was saying. Yeah, this is your exactly, Snack. Oh my god, I love that. This is your egg. This is your egg on drugs. Doing the weeds, not even once. No, do it as much as you want. Well, not as much as you want. Do it responsibly. If you go too crazy, you might go crazy. Um, so I'll go ahead and read through this paragraph. A mutation type ultimate Digimon, uh, basically a dark Digivolution, from Digitamamon. Although defining evil in the digital world is very difficult, Devi Tamamon is a being like Pandora's box, filled with all the evils of this world. It turns everything it sees and touches into an object of its hatred, and recites and masters magic through a lost, ancient, high-level programming language. This this map's better than you might think. If anyone, if you've never had or watched someone else have a manic episode, a severe, like classic bipolar manic episode. Um, it's kind of like they are speaking through lost ancient high level programming languages. I certainly thought I was. I certainly thought I was. Um, so as for its magic effects, they are used for nothing but destruction. Absolutely true. You don't even understand how much you're using it for destruction at the time. It just is kind of happening around you. Its special move is spewing a dark gas that deprives the opponent of their sight, gnaws away at their spirit, and then digitally decomposes them from the surface of their body. That's rad in just, like, anime video game stuff. It's kind of fucking rad. But, this maps a little bit, too, as far as gnawing away at the spirit of people who love you and who you love. Yeah, this thing is mega fucked up, and it's kind of cool. For a Digimon. It's cool when that's happening to a Digimon. But at the end of the day, I got through that. I returned back to this a little bit. I was able to reverse that transformation through the help of psychiatry and therapy and medication. Yeah, for real. Do not smoke all the weed and become an evil egg. I implore you. Or if you do, listen to the people who are trying to help you and let them return you to your little Greenfoot egg man form. So yeah, I returned to this form, a little fucked up, but having strangely made a sort of a weird burst of transition progress. Um, while I was uh, what's it called? A Devi Tamamon. Uh, During that time, I was very adamant about being gendered correctly. I came out to a bunch of people who I'd been closeted with, who no longer speak to me, which is completely understandable, given the way in which I came out to them. Uh, it's one of those things where I can't say whether they would have been supportive if I was not manic at the time. They may have been, they may have not been. I'll never know. I don't really care. I don't dwell on it. If they didn't want to stick around or come back, that's fine. That's on them. That's just I'm fairly good at cutting toxic relationships anyway, and moving on with my life. So I did that, and honestly, through that and through the next year, I was kind of just in a holding pattern. Generally, just slowly fusing my data from the other dimension to become a self known of in alternate timelines that I wanted to adapt myself to be. And in 2019, I traveled to another island nearby and met another person from the human world who helped me sort of process and understand a lot of this data faster. Helped me to sort of reclaim a lot of self-love and things of that nature. And I would say late 2019 is where I started actually coming out of my shell, and I would say by then and by early 2020, when I met a lot of you, I had digivolved into my Mega Minervamon. I had started being on progesterone. I had become a lot more confident in myself in trying to portray myself as my true self. And so I was doing that online a lot. By that point, I was definitely a Minervamon, which is dope. Yeah, we're gonna go through some of this stuff as to why why I love this. It works really well too. Because again, I do want to remind you that this is all like mechanically a sound digivolution path. Like this all works within the context of like the cards and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Lesbian with a swordmon. Sword and shield. Spiky shield. So a god woman Digimon. Come on. The type is God Man for some reason, but whatever. A God Man Digimon which belongs to the Olympus 12 and has the appearance of a maiden. Fucking true. Though it has an extremely short physique, I wish. I'm average. I'm okay with my height. I wish I was shorter. Maybe in the Digimon world, 5'5"-ish is is extremely short. I'll pretend that it is. It possesses superhuman strength it uses to freely wield a greatsword as large as its own body. I fucking wish. In the context of my Digimon self, yeah, that is true. It possesses a cheerful personality due to its childlike innocence. Mostly true. But when its emotions become violently unstable, it gets into a bad mood. Extremely true. At this time of my life, very much true. In 2020, folks who met me. It's 5'5", very small. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. When its emotions, yeah, it become 2020 was a pretty unstable time. I was not on medication at that point. I had a bad case of executive dysfunction in communicating with my psychiatrist, and I did not. And obviously, this is again 2020. The start of the pandemic that we are still currently in. Um, and basically, it became not as easy for me to keep scheduling my appointments because usually I would make them in person. But, you know, my last appointment in 2020 was via phone. And they told me that I needed to call in order to schedule my next appointment. And that didn't happen for like 8 months because making a phone call is just about impossible when I'm not medicated. Um, Eventually they called me, actually. I didn't even end up calling them ever. I never would have. But they called me. It was like, hey, you haven't had an appointment in a while. We should get you one. I was like, yes, please. um, and so, I was able to mostly stabilize, still having weird moments because I was not on ADHD medication um, until later. Um, Hold on, let's go back to the Digimon paragraph because its special moves are fun. Its special moves are a forward rolling slash unleashed from its greatsword, Olympia, the strike roll, woo, and a horizontal spinning slash, too quick to catch the eyes. That's fun. Madness merry-go-round. Strike roll splits the ground, and Madness merry-go-round creates a large tornado. This is not relevant to my life or transition, but it is neat. Enjoy. Um, yeah, so, over time, I've just kind of become pretty comfortable as this little gremlin who is just kind of having fun on the internet, playing games and being gay, and generally being okay with herself. Um, and things have only gotten better from there. Um, Before we move on to the final Digivolution, um, we're just gonna look at some of the key art for this character, which is fucking great. I really love this design. Uh, this is card art. This is more card art. Um, uh, as Slug says, Digimon is the superior monster franchise because Digimon are sapient and can consent. or not, as they decide. And they are often very fucking cute humanoids. Look at this little tongue. It's so cute. I love this thing. It's so fucking good. Very, very gremlin. Very, very me. And then this is just insane. This is so cute. And so out there. Yeah, she blep. She blep at all times. It's great. I love her. She is so cute. Um, yeah. Digimon's great. I've become like unabashedly fully digipilled. If it wasn't clear by the fact that I am talking about my life's history in the context of a Digimon evolution. I'm all in now. I'm here. I love it. Um, so, Mega Digivolution is often, as my understanding, I'm not, well versed in Digimon still, but, just via the Slug Brain Rot and Traves, reinforcing it. My understanding is that usually things get to Mega and then, excuse me, either stay there, or de-digivolve from there. But sometimes they can go. Oh, really? That's cool. I didn't know you're that much of a Digimon Andy. Um. Uh. Yeah, I really did not stick with it, but I feel. I'm ready to get obsessed with it. Honestly, I'm getting there. If they make as Slug has been talking about with like the con coming up and stuff, if they end up making a digital card game app for the Digimon card game where you can play online with people and own all the cards online, I'm fucking done for. Goodbye. I'll become a Digimon card game streamer. Probably not, but you know, I could. I will certainly play some amount of it. Um, I'm ready to get obsessed. 'Cause I really love this stuff. Um, Anywho, so sometimes you can go further beyond, and in the context of Minervamon, this fucking rules. Are y'all ready? I don't know if you're ready. You're ready. Mervamon, um, is the like beyond mega digivolution for Minervamon. Look, we'll get into the enhanced art um of this monster's assets. Um, but I do want to. Yeah, they can get Mega Honker Snack. It's wild. Yes, very nice personalities on her. A couple of them. Yeah, beyond Mega, indeed, you have the right of it. Yeah. So yeah, a Godman Digimon like the previous one, which belongs to the Olympus 12. Yeah, 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 has the appearance of a woman. True. I take a sip. It is the matured form of Minervamon that has amassed experience and achievements over time, and its personality has calmed down considerably to become more mature as compared to its time as Minervamon. Um, this is your Emily on Ritalin. I've mellowed out a lot, and I think it is accurate to say become more mature generally. Um, we'll get more to that. I will do that, Traves. Thank you. We will do that on stream. We'll do that right now, in a minute. Um, yeah, becoming Mervamon has caused it to pursue elegance and. Okay, so this gets a little weird. Like, for folks who might not be super aware or super familiar, I am Ace. So, making this all about, like, sensuality and sexuality is a little uncomfortable to me. I don't necessarily relate so much with that. I am aesthetically very attracted to women, but you know, the sexual and sensual aspects. I mean, sensual, yeah, um, but I often don't focus on that type of thing. Anyway, um, but yeah, so it's all about being elegant and sensual and such, and it's refined, elegant dance of combat, which is pretty fun. Um, and then it basically just has like extra. Oh, don't feel bad. No one has made me uncomfortable or anything. No worries. Y'all can ogle the Digimon as much as you want. No, no borders crossed. No worries at all. You know, for my own self, I don't like being sexualized, but I am ace. Yes, I'm an ace lesbian. Um, I am asexual, homoromantic. Um, yeah, aesthetically, aesthetically, um, attracted to women, and romantically attracted to women, and you know, non-binary folks who also identify with sapphic attraction. True, and all the other letters stand for lesbian. Um, yeah, so its attacks are basically the same, but it also has this like its shield becomes a snake arm, which is fucking dope, and it's like an actual snake in there that can shoot out and like shoot poison. I think, and it can bite people's limbs off. It's fucking dope. uh, yeah, the toxic mist sprayed from the Medulia's mouth. Love poison. Me too. It's literally my favorite thing when women have a snake arm. Yeah, this is wild. This is great. Um, uh, oh, I bark too. Again, no worries. Um, for me, it's just not about um, sexuality when I'm attracted to someone. I bark at boobs every day in Slugs chat. What are y'all talking about? It's just not a sexual thing for me. Um, but it's very much an attraction thing. I lost my thingy. There we go. So yeah, I have a couple pulled up. I want to look through more of these though. There's a lot of good screen caps of this character from the shows and stuff. Look at this fucking image. I know. This is what I'm talking about, Hig. This is what I don't know if you were there at the very start. I preface this by saying like I make these like general connections on the surface level. When I connected all these things, it did not have this deep of meaning for me. It was kind of like there on the surface. I could see that maybe there was depth to these things. Yeah, apparently it's this Digimon has only been in like a bad series. She needs to be in more. um, but yeah, it's like on the surface, all this stuff like connected. Like all this really came from like Slug showing Minervamon in wanting to relate it to other chatters. And I was like, ooh, I really like that design, and so I looked into it more, and then realizing, like basically, I just sort of slowly dug through all this, sort of like how Slug was doing on stream, where he just sort of like picks these connections and then finds ways to like reinforce them. So it's like you have a trans egg that can digivolve into a cute girl, and can come from like an awkward teen phase and a little mask guy. um, like it's all just happened to fit into well after the fact, but I didn't know this when I started making it. Sometimes it's as simple as here you're a blue Shiba now, and I think there's nothing wrong with that, and I think it's beautiful. Um, yeah, like it doesn't have to be deep. It's just mine happens to be. And as I was discovering and thinking about all these connections, I was like, I kind of just want to ramble about this with friends for a bit because this is kind of wild how well this all connects to like my actual life and my actual personality and stuff. Oh, that's fun. Um, I don't really know Gaomon, but I can look at it. I don't think I was there for that. But I will go and look at it. I will. I will. But first, we're gonna ogle this hot Digimon woman a little more. Um, there's some other shots in here that are extremely good. uh, the card art is the stuff that I really like. Oh, he did it in DMs. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Um, this is just bark, 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 bark. I Awooga. Look at that personality. Oh, yeah, no, I love this design. It is so good. It is so good. Um, this is a good shot. This is a little less like focused on that and more just like a cool pose for her. You can see how her hand is like her arm is actually the snake. She just doesn't have a a left arm. It says can't afford those airbags. True. The teeth in the thighs, yeah, the thigh high socks that end in fucking spikes or teeth, yeah. It's fucking great. This design rules. Even the bra has spikes, which can't be comfortable, but it's fantasy digital creature series. It's good. Yeah, she's really cute. Um, yeah, there's just a lot of art here. Just a lot of good art here. Oh, I meant to open that energy. Like, come the fuck on, dude. This is a kid's card game, by the way. Like, it's not for kids necessarily. A lot of it is, marketed to kids, but not all of it. I should hope. I don't know. Um, it's something. Yeah, yeah. I just really, this is a really fun design. Um, yeah, I still need to pull that up in the same time. Yeah, just really fun art here. Yeah, this is my favorite. I really like this. I think Slug had pulled up some other interesting caps from the show. I think it might have just been those first ones we were looking at, though. These things. Yeah, she's cool. Anyway, yeah. So for my Digimon self, the idea is kind of like, um, when I need to, when I want to. Oh, Venusmon in the misc section. Oh, is that Venus? Oh, I see. We will look at them some more. um, yeah. So the idea, like for Digimon lore, is kind of like, um, my Digimon self generally hangs out as Minervamon. This is the point where I do de-digivolve back to a set form, but in my case, it's the Mega. I hang out as this, um, and I'm kind of just a gremlin, um, generally. But when I want to be serious, when I really want to get things done, I can do that too. I can power through. Um, the physical transformation doesn't really happen. I'm somewhere between that and this in terms of the personality matrix. Um, this is fucking goals though, for fucking real. Like, look at that. This is goals and a half. Like someday I'm gonna be this form and stay there. Like, goddamn. Anyway, let's look at more Digimon. I've exhausted my material for this. That's the long of it. I was gonna say long and short of it. There's nothing short about that. I was rambling for over an hour, as I do. Um, this is not new to my friends who are here regularly. I do this a lot. Um, yeah, let's just close other tabs from here. And so I want to take a closer look at Venusmon. I think it was. It sure was. Holy shit! Oh, it's another one of the. Okay. So they hang out because they're in the same pantheon or whatever. So it's very much about, yeah, being a pretty lady. That's fun. Hey, yo. Excuse me? Oh, hello. Oh dear. oh, oh my. Oh my. Uh, oh my. Let's get to the card art because those are usually the better version. Holy shit. You have got to be kidding me. Yeah, Snack. It's wild. It's not all this way. Like, um, we'll look up the one that Hig was talking about as well to show you like just animal fun times. Like, yeah, it can be this horny. It isn't always. You have this stuff, but you also have like cool dinosaurs, cool robot mech guys, and like cool robot mech dinosaur guys, and cool robot mech animal guys. There's a lot of variety. Fun Beamon? We'll get there. I'm not. We'll look up more. I'm not done here. We're not done. Look at that. She has like doves and shit. This rules. Oh, I love this franchise. Oh, that's cool, error. Yeah, Ferrymon. We looked at Ferrymon on stream. The gayest Digimon. Oh. I have the answer for that, actually, and that will be shown, Snack. Uh, we'll actually do that one next. I want to go straight into that. Uh, I mean, error. There's one that is literally a fusion of lesbians. We're gonna go to that one. That's where my mind goes. Two women fused together to become a bigger, more powerful woman. Let's go there. So, let's see. Does it? Oh, down here it'll have evolves from Lady Devimon, Goth Girlfriend, Lesbiansmon. Oh, that's cool, Traves. I'll look up that as well. Yeah, when we say gay, we mean it generally. Snack is genderless, and it is gay for anything. Not anything, but a lot of different types of folks. Um, yeah, so here's Goth Girlfriend, and here's Prep Girlfriend, and they kiss and they fuse. They do literally kiss, and then their boobs touch, and then they become bigger and more powerful, and it's fucking dope. I'm not gonna do video right now, but thank you, Traves. If you want to watch that, feel free to. I will watch it later, most likely. But I don't want to watch it on stream. I'm not sure how my capture stuff works with. It shouldn't pick up ads. I don't want to get ads, but yeah, I just don't want to risk it without knowing. Yeah, let's look at. These are all smaller. Oh, that's not too small. Like this is so cool, and yeah, it's just a robo lesbian. It rules. Half a dozen times. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So this is great. the like mech armor that's like half devil, half angel is very very cool. Very cool design. I love that. Oh right, because this actually originates from what's that game called? Cyber Sleuth, the one that Desert played. Snack. This actually debuts in that game. Um, which that game is kind of not great, and there's a lot of problematic shit in it. So I don't really have any interest in playing it. Digimon Survive is a lot better. um, but it did give us this, and for that it is forgiven. for that we can appreciate. um, what was Gaumon? Yeah, it's the one that Higgs wanted to talk about. Oh, this little guy. Oh, that's perfect for you, Hig. Yeah, the translation was weird, and there's a lot of gross shit in there. Yeah, this is a very cute little puppy. Like a little boxer dog. Thank you for listening. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I wasn't sure if this would be anything. I kind of thought it might be. I just wanted to do it anyway. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good rest of your day, night, whatever. Yeah, the Canon Evo. Let's do that. Galgamon. Oh, that's really cool. Bigger dog. Oh, it's like little. Move you over here. You don't need to close those. Um, yeah, so it's little like ribbon things turn into like these ribbon claws. That's very cool. And then its gloves become these like big doggy robo claws. Galgamon, mock Galgamon, Mirage Galgamon. Okay. Oh, that's super cool too. It has like a big wrestling belt on it, and like just robot bits. Carries rocket engines on its back. This rules, Hig. That is super cool. Cyborg dog. Yeah, there's a reason why he just went blue dog and then do the canon evolution. It's because the blue dog canon evolution is fucking cool, and it works, and it works for you as our resident dog friend. Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna look at this one a little closer. Beast Knight Digimon. This is the Mega. That's very cool. What you got for card art? Oh, that's really cool. Some cool art. Burst mode, you say? Let's look at the cards. Even bluer. The blue dog become even bluer. Yeah, it's your mod form. The like the chest piece that is also a dog head. That rules. And its claws are just like knife swords. Oh, and it adds fists, hands again. Yeah, that's cool. This is what I'm talking about. Digimon rules. Yeah, this isn't so much of that flavor. Cute, cute, cute. Good stuff. Um, what else have we brought up? So I looked at. Oh, let's look at Memphis. Has the appearance of a giant male goat. Okay. And then that evolves into. What did Trave say? Or. Wait, because you said Mephistomon. Oh, into Mephismon X. So this is. Well, because it's so. Giant male goat. Oh, I see. I see. I was like, how? This doesn't seem trans. No, it is. No, yeah. There you go. Shootimon. I have not. We will look it up. It's a really cool design, too. That's fun. Uh, oh, gotcha. Uh, Sorry for. Yeah, I'm just kind of skimming through that. I don't want to read the whole things here. Oh, the effect on Mephismon's Digicore due to the X antibody. Since appearance has changed from a. Oh, I see, to that of a female who dressed itself in a ladylike fashion. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, it tranced. Wahoo! Let's go. Was there. Oh, shoot. We love that for her. PE. Oh, hello. Oh, is this related to Fairymon, I wonder? it looks similarly. Yeah. Okay, we'll pull that one up as well, just for folks who did not see it today. Good lord. Yeah, this is straight up. This is very much like the Ferrymon art. This pose is insane. Yeah, like, goddamn. Oh, in Digimon 4, you turn it so they like fuse with um the tamer. That's cool. Oh yeah, yeah, because Digimon Spirit evolves. Yeah, that is super cool. Oh, is that not true? Oh, okay. So it's not a fusion. Oh, here, let's look at the reference. Oh, okay. You use a Digi Spirit to become a Digimon temporarily. That's neat. Gotcha. Yeah, like a Sentai kind of thing. Power Rangers. Gotcha, gotcha. That's cool. Um, yeah, very cool. And then yeah, Ferrymon. Is very similar design to the last one. Um, and has some very nice art. Yeah, I could see that being weird for people. It's very much a departure from the usual Digimon thing. Where was the booty? There was a purpose specific pose. There it is. There it is. Oh, I'm sorry you were unable to type. Hi, Kane. Or unless you mean you just haven't. You've been busy. Um, yeah, this is official snack. It's wild. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. I was worried that maybe my settings prevented you from talking. But I'm glad. I'm glad you were hanging out and able to join us. Yeah, we're just appreciating imagery. Like, goddamn, this is what I'm talking about. I'm a Digimon fan. I'm ready. Sign me up. Give me that shit that turns you into Digimon. I'll do it. Drink that shit that turns the gays into Digimon, and turns the Digimons gay. Oh, that's cool. I like this too. This is just cute. Just like a good polished form of the design. I always liked, honestly, like, for folks who don't know, I have a lot of, I have general bug phobias and arachnophobia. I generally don't like bugs, but, I do, I'm often okay with, like, stylized versions of them. I really liked, um, oh, no, it wasn't Kabuterimon. I'm forgetting its name. Uh, Can you help me out here, Traves? What's the red? Oh, it's Tentomon, isn't it? Tentomon. That's what I'm thinking. Izzy's guy. Yeah, I always liked this guy. I always really liked him. Izzy's buddy. Just a fun little bug guy. Let's look at its. I don't know what its canon evolution path is. Just looking at this here. This is all confusing. Usually, like the bolded ones are their canon path in some given canon. I'm assuming this is the main one, which is what we were looking at. Yeah, generally the more citations means it's the most canon. Yeah, it's commentary one. Yeah, I figured. I was just confused because it's blue and Tentomon is not, but that's just how this goes. Atler. Okay. Yeah, let's get the red. Oh, neat. Yeah, that's really cool. And then Hercules, or Heracule, I guess. Yo, what the? Goddamn! It's like a bug god. That's really cool. The nerd had this huge bug god. Oh, that's cool, Traves. The like super nerd who is like the smart guy who warned someone that a Digimon was in the Pentagon or whatever. Yeah, congratulations, Traves. I'm very happy for you for being a sick fucking bug. Super cool. Beetlemon. I believe Higgles talking about. Oh, Blitzmon, I guess is the Japanese name. That's very cool. That's fun. This is reminding me of what's that? What was that shit? Is it Beetleborgs? Is that something? Yeah, go ahead, Hig. I don't mind. I may have to get it on here in an annoying way. What was the other one you said? Evolves from that into like metal Beetlemon or something. Nope, he went too far. Oh, yeah. Oh, did that censor your link or something? Why was that stars? What the hell happened? It did censor it. Okay, give me a second. Sorry. See if I can figure that out real quick. Oh. Ah, gotcha. I found it. You should be able to post it. Try it again. Oh, it's a page from this wiki. Oh, you should be able to link it again. It should work now. I hope. Well, but I can do that. Sorry, I'm getting confused by my fucking windows. There we go. I got there. Okay. Sorry, the way I have this set up is not my usual browsing way, so it's like so this is them transforming into the things or something? Oh, here we go. Ancient Greymon. That's cool. Dipenmon. Popsicle. Is Sephirothmon a thing? I didn't see that. Are we not ready? Holy shit. Okay. Uh, yeah, this is really cute. I really like this design. That's super cute. So you're saying what they turn into? These are the warrior. Oh, human form, beast form. Okay, so they use this ancient forms, and the ones on the right are the spirits. Fusion form. Okay, I think I get it roughly. That's cool. Okay, I tend to gravitate towards the gremlins and brats, so it's kind of my energy. So it is not surprising that I immediately focused in on that one. Neato, neato. Sorry, I'm just skimming a little bit. Neato, neato. Hold on. We need to examine. Read it. Sephirothmon. What? There's a Sephirothmon? Biblically accurate Digimon? That's wild. It's just a lip orb. Yeah, I don't think I like it either. It's it's cool, but like disturbingly cool, derogatory. Yeah, no, it ain't. Yes, I do, Hig. Share with me the worst. Let us experience distaste together. Each ball is a pocket dimension? Wild. Uh, there's low-hanging fruit jokes. I don't have the energy to bother. Just have fun. Testicles, whatever. Area of ice. Okay, I see. I see. Wild. Oh my god, look at this. That. I hate it. 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 Oh my god, I hate it. I hope you're not in there also. Good lord, I hate that. What an awful creature. Each ball's reality is made to torment a child. That's fucked up. Ugh. Wild, wild, wild. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. I want to stop looking at it. Uh, let's return to lesbians. Remember lesbians? Thank you, Traves. I appreciate it. I remember lesbians. I never forget. God, yeah. consider me officially a Digimon fan. I'm ready. I'm ready to commit to this series. I gotta start watching the anime and shit. uh, Maybe someday I'll be able to play Survive on stream myself, but or you can just watch Slug's VODs because I'm never gonna be as good at voice acting. Not really my gig. Plus, his Labramon is too cute. How can you even compete? Okay. I think I'm kind of running out of Digimon energy here. I am going to take a BRB. Hasn't happened yet this stream, and it needs to. Gonna use potty, stretch, all that stuff. Um, if you all need to, feel free. I will be back in a couple minutes. BRB. Hello. I have returned. Um, True. The script too. That reminds me. Oh, I don't know how to use. I updated OBS. I don't fully understand the new version yet. So I can't do what I wanted to do, but that's okay. Um, I just wanted to look at guy, little goofy man. Such a fucking creature. Anyway, um, I'm not sure what I feel like doing. Let me boot up my Switch real quick and see if there's anything I feel like playing on there right now. Um, Otherwise, I might just chat a little more. True, it does not have Esper. Um, Sorry, one moment. I could do a little bit of. I kind of have the Splatoon itch. We could probably just do a little Splatoon. If that sounds good with y'all. Before we get to that, I will mention some other things I want to do on stream. Uh, One moment while I load El Gato. Cool. Okay. Um, so I've had some ideas. Some things I want to do include some replays of games. I want to do like story playthroughs of some stuff on here. Um, and also, I recently got gifted a game on Steam that you may remember for my friends who have hung out for my older streams. Um, that we played Dead Cells, and there was a power up, or there was a weapon that was literally just the nail from Hollow Knight, and I expressed interest in trying out Hollow Knight at some point um, because I really liked how it played in Dead Cells. I'm not going to return to Dead Cells anytime soon, um, mostly because there's so much DLC that I ain't buying. It's simply not happening right now. The game feels like a big paywall to me right now because it's just like all these areas I can't go in. So I was kind of just like, I don't really feel like playing this. Um, However, I recently got gifted Hollow Knight, and I would like to play that soon. Not going to start it tonight. I don't really have the energy in me to like start a new game, but we we will do. As I mentioned earlier, I have bug phobias, but I've watched a good amount of this game. I know that most of it isn't going to bother me, to the point where any point where it does bother me will just be funny content. I'm willing to put myself through that. I don't think um, there will be anything so bad that makes me not want to play the game. I can't imagine, just based on what I've seen. It's not to say that it would never happen. I'm not necessarily going to promise completion. If I run out of my ability to play it, then that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But I would like to give it a shot. Um, because I know it's overall it's very cute, and I like the art, I like all the style and everything, and the gameplay um, looks very up my alley. I haven't played a Metroidvania in a while, and I'm itching for one. Yeah, everything I've seen has been very stylized. Snag did warn me that there's like some fairly fucked up and realistic bits, but I'm prepared to see it for myself and see how I handle it. I'm not super worried about it, just based on everything else I've seen. Um, and if it does fuck with me, then y'all can enjoy me getting fucked up, or or not enjoy it if I have to stop stream. Either way, we'll cross that bridge when we burn it. Um, and otherwise, some other things I was wanting to do. Um, I may end up finishing that a little to the left game that I started on the last stream 2 months ago. Um, that I played a little bit of on my own, but I didn't get all the way through it. I may come back to that on stream. We'll see how I'm feeling. If I ever end up feeling like it, I probably will. I would like to finish that. But the big thing that I want to get to is a replay of yeah, the Living with a Cat simulator. I want to replay Pokemon Legends uh, Arceus. Um, I love that game um, with all of my heart, and I've been itchy to play it. I want to do a replay. We'll start a new file and do a stream file of that. I've been looking forward to getting back to it. I wanna play it again. Um, so we can do a playthrough on stream and use mons that I didn't use extensively in previous runs and such, and it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I may end up playing some end game of Scarlet on stream too, but probably not a whole lot of that. If anything, it would be like chill, just running around chatting and doing raids or whatever. Doing raids with friends and stuff as well, perhaps. I'm not going to do a story playthrough of that for a while, probably. At some point, I'm sure I'll want to do it again. Buffering problems are noted. Can you hear me okay? Seems okay. Yeah, it looks like it's a little unstable right now. Given that it is the evening, my parents are home and potentially using the internet. And scrambling my shit for the stream, but hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Just give me a heads up if it buffers again, and I will see what's up. But yeah, so someday a Scarlet replay, maybe someday a Sword replay. It's not super likely, but maybe. I don't know. But I definitely want to do Arceus. I when the time comes, I will rant at length about my feelings about Arceus and Scarlet. I don't really feel like doing that right now. And otherwise, other things that I want to do on stream are Hades 2 definitely is happening. Basically, I want to get the early access as soon as it's available and stream it. That is the plan. And I may also in the meantime, depending on how itchy for that I get, I may end up doing a replay of Hades, of the original. Even though, that was basically most of what I've streamed. It's basically been Hades and Dark Souls and, replaying a game that I already streamed a lot of. Might be a little weird, but I also kind of just want to play it again. Because it's good and fun and I want to see it again. Me too, Traves, I know. It's just in wanting to talk about my plans. I'm like, oh yeah, Hades 2, that's for real, that's a thing. Um, yeah, so there's that. There's Hollow Knight. I do want to get back to Dark Souls. I have not forgotten about it. It has just been executively dysfunctioned. Um, I would like to continue that playthrough. Um, at some point. There's so many fucking video games. Exactly. Uh, but yeah, I do want to get back to it. Um, Also, another thing that I'm not going to commit to yet, and I probably won't commit to it for a while, but something that I do want to do is an alt. Um, oh yeah, yeah. Megara is the first Hades boss. Um, yeah, I love that game. I can talk at length about how much I love that game. It's like, yeah. Someone described it as like the roguelike for people who don't like roguelikes. And the more I look at other roguelikes and the more I look at Hades, the more I think that's probably entirely true of me. I've never really been able to get into any except for Hades. Like Hades is the one that I've played like extensively, like mostly full completion. um I cut myself off for that thought. What was I? Oh, right. um, I want to do an alt playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV at some point. I'm gonna wait a while before I have my sea legs under me and make sure I can afford a consistent subscription to it. Um, but I do want to. Basically, I just want to play that game for folks who don't have the time or ability to play it themselves, um, because I love it and I think the story is worth seeing. I just want to put it in front of people. I would love to have just like an archive of a full playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV on my VOD channel. So that will happen. I don't know when. Not going to promise it anytime soon. But I would like to make that happen. It's really fucking good. I highly recommend Hades Bitter. You've seen me play it plenty. Um, so, but yeah, it's extremely good. It's extremely fun. And yeah, the Final Fantasy XIV story is genuinely good. Genuinely very good. I know um, it's not for everyone. Yeah, it's being an MMO, being a PC game and or a PS4, PS5 game. Um, it's not super accessible. Even like in terms of MMOs, it is quite an accessible one. Um, in terms of MMOs, it is very accessible, but the genre itself is fairly inaccessible because it's a big time commitment. There's subscription involved. Um, all told, if you just shotgun this story, it doesn't take that long. Um, but um, it is still a time commitment. It is a big one, and I'm not saying it's not. And that type of gameplay isn't for everyone either. MMOs are a very specific kind of thing. Um, it's not for everyone, and I recognize that, and I think that's fine. But basically, all that really means is that I I want people to experience the story, and can if I can give that to anyone, any of my friends, anyone who wants to watch me do that, I would love to. I would love to share it with folks. That's totally fair, Traves. I would love to allow you to experience it through my own playing. Um, yeah, because I genuinely love that game, and I want to share my love of it with with folks if I once I feel I can do it justice. Um, at the moment, my shit is so scuffed, and I wanna have my sea legs under me a little bit before we get going on that, but someday. That is on my list. It is a big one on my list. Something that I very much want to replay for myself just to see it, and yeah, I very much want other people to see it through me as well. Exactly. It's got so many good bunnies. I love I love Viera. We love Loporits. We love Ninja Rabbit. We love Dwarf Rabbit. So many good rabbits. Yeah, it's a wonderful game. I will sing its praises to the heavens for as long as I am able. I genuinely love it. Um, what else? While I'm in ramble chatty mode, I'll just pull up my Steam. There is another game that I would like to do a stream playthrough of at some point. It's still in early access, so the story isn't complete, and it is also not really optimized. So I'm not sure that I even could stream it if I wanted to. My computer might die. My computer might not be able to handle it. Um, but there is an ARPG, um, which for folks who aren't familiar is basically a Diablo style game, um, called Last Epic. Um, that, like I said, isn't complete yet. It's still in early access. The story hasn't been finished, and there's still like classes and mechanics and stuff to add. Um, but that should be coming up on 1.0 within the next year or so. I would love to play that on stream because it's one of the best Diablo likes I've ever played. I genuinely think it's great. I look forward to seeing what the devs do with it once it's more. Very true, Traves. Yeah. Once it's more complete, I think there's a lot to like here, and uh, a large part of that is just that I have folks who know me know I have a lot of love for Chrono Trigger, and as a result of that, I have a lot of appreciation for time travel mechanics in games, regardless of how heavily it goes into it. Generally, if there's time elements, I'm gonna enjoy it. And Last Epic feels very much like a love letter to Chrono Trigger and other kinds of stories of that nature. So I'd really like to show that to people. Um, yeah. Otherwise, Hades, Dark Souls, Hollow Knight. Uh, I I feel a little bad because we did start on Dicey Dungeons. I don't know that I'm gonna go back to that. I don't think I really have it in me to fully play that game all the way through. What I might do is show some of the like. Uh, I just love the ending of that game. It would be kind of weird to just stream the ending and then like the post game stuff, but I might do that. That might be fun. But otherwise, I'm not gonna do a. Yes, there's a lot of Dicey Dungeons, and I already did like full completion of that game. Like almost all achievements on Switch. There was like one witch episode that I didn't finish, because it's fucking hard. um, but yeah. I love that game, but I also already played 100 hours of it, so I don't really want to do that again so much. Um, yeah. So other than that, we'll just sort of see how things happen as they happen. But that's just some of the stuff I want to get to that I have on the docket for the near future. Mainly Hollow Knight, Hades, finishing up Dark Souls, starting Arceus, and yeah, Final Fantasy at some point, hopefully. Um, I might also do some Monster Hunter streams on it. Like we'll play it by ear and see how I'm feeling. But for right now, what we're gonna do? Let me change. Stuff. Did the game category change? Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. We're gonna play some Splatoon 3. Let me get that up on touchscreen. Oh, let me turn off the lo-fi hip hop. Is the game loud? It might be a little loud. Hold on. I think it's actually yes, it's way too loud. Let me know how volume mixing feels as we get into it, but for now we'll start with that. Okay. Enough of that. I just wanna. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna do some stuff. I just feel like playing. Um, we got Tower Control Series up. Zones X. Okay. I've been working on learning Stringer more and also getting the gear completed. Oh yeah. Um, yes, Nick. Yeah, you haven't really been playing, but I wanted to mention to you the for Salmon Run um glowflies are like doable now, and it's great. um, they nerfed them pretty heavily. You like this fit? Yeah, they did some good balancing for Salmon Run. It feels a lot less uh like a pain in the ass generally. This was the fit I was gonna go with originally. I just got these the Bodies with Object Shredder earlier today. But yeah, I like this one. Yeah, I have completed the this season's catalog already, so I have all of the shit. I can show you my outfits. This is my favorite. Unfortunately, like mechanically right now, this isn't what I want to use, but this is everything to me. This is my style. This is bean fashion right here. This is peak bean fashion. I love this. I also really like this, which I haven't gotten set up yet. So I want to get swim on it, and it's going to take me a while to get 45 swim chunks. um, this is the level 100 catalog reward, so I'm not going to easily be able to get other abilities on it without putting the chunks in. and I want swim, so fuck. But yeah, I really like that look also. Then we have this. This is another. This is um. Oh really? Yeah. You know, I haven't. I actually did look at an Octoling version myself. Let me know how I sound over shooting and stuff. Also, just for audio mixing purposes. This is actually what I've been using for my splatter shot build. This long coat, plus the glasses and the thingy. Audio's good? Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, my main is this weapon. I'm starting to lean more into Stringer, and I want to play Stringer more. I think I might be doing that right now, actually, but yeah, this is my main. This is what has gotten me to X rank and started on towers, at least. Back when I was playing this in, like, September, I did not like Triple Ink Strike. I have since come around on it, and they didn't buff it at all. I still have the same complaint that I did at the time. I still am not a huge fan of the fact that you can't swim with it out. Like, I use this and then I cannot swim even if I want to. But the workaround to that is you just fire it off as quickly as you can, basically. Basically just throw the bombs as fast as it'll let you. And I've gotten okay at doing that while also placing them at the right distances to not really get caught out of it. It is a little awkward still. I still have that issue. Early on, like it was bothering me way more because I was comparing it to here. I was comparing it to Thank you, Bitter. I really enjoy playing around with fashion in this game. So, yeah. So I was comparing it to this, which like this is as quickly as you can fire it out. It's not as quick, and the way that you want to optimally play this one is not to shoot them all off as quickly as you can. Generally, you want to actually aim it. So you swim and you reposition, and you take your time to shoot it. And so I was trying to do that with Triple Ink Strike, and that is not how you use that one. That one really is intended to be rapid-fired a bit more. So, you know, learning that and getting used to doing it has made me like it a good bit more. And it's really good for tower control. It's really, really good for, like when you get to the end. Because, you know, if you're in control, if you're in the lead, and they're trying to push the tower, and you get to a safe place, then you can take it a little slower and delay them off the tower for a long fucking time. So you just save your special until, like, the last 2 to 3 seconds, and then you start launching those towards the tower, and they can't touch it. They cannot get their overtime. It's really, really handy for that. And it's just generally good. Tower is the mode that I've been playing the most. I kind of just wanted to pick a mode and focus it, so that's what I've been doing. I did not watch the entire video, but I saw a video by I actually don't know how they pronounce their name. I think it's either Prochera or Procara. It's how little I've watched their videos. I really haven't watched them that much. But I saw a video that I did not watch all of um, discussing how Splat Zones in Splat 3 is just not really all that good or fun. And it's mostly because of the maps design, like compared to Splat 2, like a Chera. Um, blah, 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 blah. Compared to Splat 2, the maps just aren't really designed. I think the way weapons work in this also makes it feel weird. It is not my favorite anymore. It was my favorite in 2, but I think Tower is my favorite in this now. In fact, Zones isn't even my second. I would say my favorite modes in order would be um, Tower, Rainmaker, and then Zones, and then Clam. And honestly, Clam might be higher, but I just have not really been fucking with it because Anarchy players can't really play it that great. Um, or at least that is to say, you can't rely on Anarchy players to play Clam Blitz correctly. And the more I've tried, the more pain I have endured, and I've given up on it. But that being said, at some point I will play it in X rank, um, and I'm sure that'll be a lot more fun. TC on Hammerhead, the bridge. I was talking about zone control. I do like tower control for the. In this game, generally, I enjoy tower control. Um, Whereas splat zones, not as much. Um, but yeah. Yes, that's my outfit there. This, I haven't leveled yet, but I just really like this little coat, and I will probably play more of this weapon at some point. And so I wanted to get a special charge up set for it. A lot of my outfits right now are these glasses and boots, plus something else. Um, this I want to I think I want to get it to be with that, and I was gonna try to make this coat be ninja at some point. Not a high priority right now, but that, and then also this now. It was gonna be this, which I still like with this, honestly. I these Choco Clogs, like at first, I hated both of the clogs, but these ones are kind of growing on me. They kind of work with the wintery clothes. The ones I don't like are these gray ones. They don't like that green. I mean, it goes well with my ink color right now, but um, it doesn't usually. It's just kind of a weird choice of color. I do not like oyster clogs. The chocolate clogs I can deal with. I do like these, but I have this now, so I'm probably gonna use this instead. And this is a good look too. Yeah, this is gonna be my stringer build. Yeah. And then this would be for splatling, which I've also been playing a good amount of, and want to play more. I still want to, like, I the thing about splatlings is the heavy is a really good all around thing that I do like using. It's like the easiest to use is for your entry into the weapon. Like the heavy or the mini are the way to go. Or even the Hydra. I feel like Hydra is like a step above in terms of difficulty playing, but it's very good. It's very worth it. The payoff is worth it. But this is a weapon. The Nautilus is the one that I want to get obsessed with. I think it is one that I very much could get obsessed with, and I want to. I want to let it happen. I want to just put a bunch of time into this at some point. I also really like the ballpoint. Um, I'm not as sure that I'm going to go hard on it. I would like to eventually. But the Nautilus is going to happen because I love this thing. This is so fucking fun. Yeah, it's extremely fun. Is the thing about it. Like I don't even care if it's good or not. It's just really fun. Um, I like the outfit I had for it too. Which I would actually edit this a little bit, but because this was from last season, and it's either these shoes, which do work with it, or for stealth jump, I like these. I like this outfit. It feels like a good Nautilus outfit. Like this is just so nuts being able to do this. Just pop out of the ground and splatling burst someone. It's so fun. Yeah, this is the. Eventually, I'll play Splatoon more regularly, so I don't end up having these hour ramble lead ups into actually playing the game. But I just want to talk about it. I want to. I have the urge to info dump about my favorite thing, and by God, I'm going to. Please enjoy or don't. Either way, I want to play these more. Kind of. I also kind of don't care. Kind of a useless sentence, but you know how it is. Um, this is another weapon. Um, oh, I know you're here for it, Bitter. um, yeah, part of me does want to, but I'm just not really there yet. There's too much other stuff I want to do first. I want to play this weapon more too, but again, it's so similar of a niche as my my other main, my 10 attack, splatter shot. Um, and it doesn't have a lethal blow. I don't like burst bomb as much. I think it's great for this weapon type. Um, and just in general, burst bomb is good. It's just not a lethal bomb. Um, when I say lethal, obviously you can kill something with it, but it's not as reliable, and it's not a one-shot kill, and it's not a delayed burst. Um, when we're talking about lethal bombs, we're talking about things that can kill with one hit. Um, so, basically, suction, splat bomb, fizzy is like semi-lethal, auto bomb is lethal, curling is lethal, but you rarely land it, but you sometimes do. Yeah, exactly, Traves. That's kind of where I'm at with it still too. Yeah, no, it does happen. They will get you. The curving bomb will get you. Um, but it's not a reliable lethal bomb in the same way as usually we're talking about these two. Let me say I want a lethal bomb. I mean I want splat bomb or suction bomb. Um, because they are extremely good. Um, yeah, I love splat bomb too much. But I like crab a lot, and I wish I had. I'm just gonna I wish I had crab on a splatter shot, but goddamn, they didn't want to give it to me. Yeah, there's several weapons that are lethal with an asterisk. Um, like auto bomb is lethal, but it's easy to avoid. Generally, it will get people. Fizzy bomb is lethal if you place it in the right spot and the person swims in the wrong direction. It can be lethal. Lethal with an asterisk. Torpedo, similarly, if you hit them with the main hit of it and they end up swimming and getting hit by the clusters, they can die to that. Or if you hit them with another attack and then throw the torpedo, it can get them. Or if you throw the torpedo and then distract them by, you know, dodge rolling into them and shooting at their face, it makes it a lot harder for them to kill the torpedo, and then they get hit by you shooting them in the face and the torpedo, and then they die. Lethal with an asterisk. And curling bombs, you just, yeah, it doesn't really land that way all that often. As far as like the like Splatana or just generally like the melee-ish weapons like brush versus Splatana, etc. I really just want to play roller. Yeah, I mean that's a good place to start, Traves, and then you can you can go from there. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but you know, as a stepping stone, it's you know you got to start somewhere, right? Uh, um, but yeah, this weapon rocks. Uh, oh shit. I really fucking love this thing. This isn't the exact build, but I just want to throw something together so I can do some of this. I just love roller. It's really good. I really don't play it much, but when I do play it, I feel really good about it. So really, I should play it more. I think a lot of the skills and things I've been learning on Tenatech, the splatter shot, apply well to rollers. Broken in what way? I'm not sure. Are you talking about like early in the season? Because I think that did get hotfixed. I think they're fine. I think they're good now. I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure they're not broken. And, no, right. Every time I fucking put that out, and then I want to switch weapons, but it doesn't let me. Go away! Get out. Wait, I wonder if can I clean that? I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm not really interested in any of the other rollers right now. Because Carbon Roller is just its own beast. And it's very good. The new Carbon, specifically, is extremely good. But it's like its own skill. It's a very fast weapon. Um, and I just don't necessarily. I'm not a vibe. It's not my vibe right now. If I was gonna play a roller, I would not want to play something like this. But it is very good, and I'm not saying otherwise at all. This is like one of the darlings of the new patch. Like this weapon rules. The fact that it has Trizuka, it's just yeah, this is great. But I'm not feeling it as much. I say that, but like This is really fun, and I don't want to stop doing it right now. The neurons. Ah, nope. Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Really fucking. I also have a desire to get good with these. It is going to happen. I don't know how soon, but I do want to. Starting with the splatter scope. Like I think, or not splatter scope, but splat charger and the splatter scope. Like I'll probably mess around with both. And then moving on to E-liter after that. I probably won't mess around with any of these. They're not really my speed. I don't know if the sniper raider is even really all that good right now. Like it's okay. You really don't see it very often. I saw it a lot like early on because people were trying it out and it was pretty fun. But but yeah, yeah. E-liter. Yeah, I feel like basically I just want to like I played E-liter more in two. I've probably well, no, I haven't played it as much here. Basically, I just sort of want to get my baseline skill with the regular charger. I think it'll just be easier to get into. Um, and once I get better with it, I will move on to the E-liter. Yeah, I do like them both. I know the E-liter is like really good right now. It's like been meta. It was meta all last season. It's probably still meta, I'm sure. It's very good. Um, I'm not super big on the Explosher, which is the only one of these I would really play right now. Well, I mean, Sloshing Machine, obviously, I have played quite a bit. It is good. I don't really want to play it anymore. I'd stop playing it for a reason. It's just not really a play style I like as much. Which isn't to say that it's not amazing, because it is. It still is quite good. Very good. But I just don't really like it. So, I'm kind of feeling the same with Explosher, honestly. Like, this one I'm more likely to get into, but really not feeling it right now. I want to crack Splatlings, I want to crack Chargers, I will mess around with Rollers more. I'm kind of giving up on Dualies for right now. There's not really any reason to play Borellas right now. These kits are all garbage, and the mains aren't really good enough to make up for the kits being garbage. Um, I I honestly like the basic blaster quite a bit. And when they give it a better kit, I will probably play it more. But right now, I'm I'm not super keen to jump into it. But I generally really like the main on the standard blaster. Yeah, right. Yeah, the rapid blaster kit is oof. I know the rapid blaster pro. I know Dude at least really liked this. I don't know if it was commonly used, but I know that people like it. Some people liked it. Some very good players liked it. I'm not really feeling Brush or Splatana, so yeah. One of the new weapons. Um, this is something that I would play. Um, quite a bit if I was doing more like group play with people I know. I mean, um, This is a very, very good support weapon, and it's really fun. Honestly, it's basically Long Junior. It's the Splattershot Junior, but longer, and it sounds bad at first, but it's honestly the more you use it, the more you realize its potential. Um, like it's not the pro. Like the pro wants to be at its max range and shoot accurate shots and get kills. What the Nova wants to do is paint the ground, um, and support its friends and suppress enemies by just shooting at them for a long time. And yeah, it'll get kills just after other people have done damage because it'll just get some hits. And also, it being a long junior means that when you are close range with your long junior, it's just a short junior. And the junior isn't a super great time to kill, but it's not bad either. It's reliable at least at closer ranges. So it's not a Slayer weapon, but it is nothing to sneeze at in Slayer ranges. It is honestly, I think this is a hidden gem. I think a lot of people aren't really picking this weapon right now. I think the main reason is because it is primarily support, so um, it's not really a solo queue pick as much, because ultimately your main job is painting the ground, and the thing that it really does well, that other weapons that have this sub, um, like basically they just rely on their mains too much, or it's just takes too much energy to use the sub. But for this weapon, it's just, you just plop it out and then you go back to doing your thing. So it's a very good scout support weapon. Um, this is very helpful. Even in solo queue, this is quite helpful for getting your aggro weapons on target. Like, just letting them know exactly where enemies are. Um, it's very, very handy. And then, yeah, like, its main thing is really just keeping the ground painted as much as possible and throwing out um, supers as much as possible. And just doing as much suppression as it can and getting random ticks of damage on people as it can. And then, yeah, it defends itself pretty well because at short ranges, it'll... If you just run straight out of Nova, don't... That's it. Don't. My mic didn't cut out. That's just... Don't. Yeah, like, it's not super accurate. Um, the nice thing about it, like when they announced this weapon, they were like, oh, it doesn't get worse accuracy over time. And what I assumed that meant is that it had good accuracy to begin with. That is not true. It's a little too random at the longest range, which is why it isn't really like... It's not like the Pro. It's not a long-range killer. It can be. It can do quite well. It's rarely given the opportunity to, and it's kind of random. Like with most shooters in this game have like random firing patterns that they cycle between. So you can get good RNG, you can get bad RNG, where it just does not want to kill, does not want to hit the enemy at all. Um, but yeah, overall, I think this thing is good. Overall, I think this thing is actually really quite good. I haven't really been using it because I'm not really playing with groups, but I would play this with groups. It is just fun to do. that's enough rambling. I should look at the stages. I know I wanted to play the other ones. Don't really want to play these ones anymore. God damn it. I fucked up. Uh-oh. I'll do some opens. Do some zooms. Uh, this build is not complete. I want to get it to a point where I just have um, object shredder on it pretty much at all times. But I am still leveling this shirt. The fucking thing does not want to roll run speed for some reason. Even though I've gone through 2 tickets now. Almost through. I guess I didn't really mention that the stringer actually got buffed pretty significantly with the season patch. Its turfing is really good now. It's generally just more competitive because of it. Its turf, both from the tapping and from its charge shots, is better. The charge shots feel better to spam, and you know, just feels like you can hold ground a little better. Okay, my team can all die. Oh, fuck. I did not get out of there quick enough. Yeah. I didn't really talk about X rank versus Anarchy. I'm getting to the point where I just fucking hate Anarchy. I feel like even fucking S plus ranked Anarchy players, like, they just don't have it. They just don't get it. But X rank, even the only one I've done so far and gotten a ranking in is Tower Control. I did start on Zones. X-Rank is a different game, and it's a much more fun game to me. I'm very excited to play it more, get more into it. Oh. Bubbles almost got me. I was very scared for a second there. At least forget that zones. Up there. Like, they just run in and die randomly all the time for no reason. And it just pisses me off. Like so. Uh-huh. Yeah. Just... Yeah. What? Where? What? No. Okay. I wanted. Oh my god, I did not expect. Fuck. That being said about Anarchy, all my bitching, I don't mind it with opens at least because you don't really lose or gain much points, so it doesn't really bother me as much. The problem is that series games are not any better, or generally worse, honestly. Like, I want to get you need to get S plus 10 in order to still be S plus when the season resets. So I would like to do that, but at the moment it seems like I would rather just try and get to S plus quickly in the next season. I feel more confident in my ability to do so. But it's annoying either way. I meant to tweet that I changed to gaming. I completely forgot about it, and honestly not gonna play that long, so I think I don't care. Whatever. Yeah, okay. People really just love to throw themselves. They just file in single file one by one, die, and then jump on whoever's closest to as much enemy paint as they can get, and then die instantly again, and then rinse and repeat. I wish it weren't like that, but it is. I'm gonna get more water real quick. Quick BRB. Uh, enjoy Splatoon noises while I hydrate. bit of warm up. I do this a lot. So much of my playtime is just me doing this while I watch streams or anime or whatever. I just do this. I just like to press the buttons. It just makes neurons happen. I like it when I press a button and then noises and colors happen. This is what my brain is. Just how it be. These colors and noises are so good. It's the thing. They're the best colors and good noises. I should have backed way off at that point, but yeah. Get to this point and, like, your teammates don't know what a flank is and you're not on a flanking weapon. Like, please. We need to kill them. Stop running straight at them. Would you please? Welcome to the Emily Bitches About Splatoon hour. What can I say? I apologize. Point. I'm worried about not getting that that fill on the ticket, so I'm just gonna play Dark. But not with Last Ditch Effort. Yeah, no, I considered it. I just wished it wasn't so. I know I know it's their favorite thing. I just wish they'd not. I would prefer it if it wasn't. I I was not prepared to handle that. It's late, leave me alone. Don't judge. I should not interrupt, but it happened. Yeah. Did they have? They only have 1 point of special power up. That just came out way faster than I was expecting. Now I should probably just play shooter, but use the walk at this point. Probably be more successful. But I don't actually need to win this game to get at least one roll. So, don't worry too much. Just not landing shots right now. Haven't played enough today. It builds the Booyah Bomb fast. What got me was that it charged faster than I expected it to. Sorry. Let me find the right find the right language. So like they build the meter very quickly, but the actual firing of the bomb is the same as any other weapon. Like once you press the button and then shoot it. God damn it! It will not give me a fucking wand. It's the same speed as anything else, but what they had one special power up sub, and that makes it fire out just a little bit faster, enough that it caught me off guard. Yeah. Oh, this is the wrong splatter shot. I just realized. That's the bitch. Yeah, in fact, it rarely actually boosts damage. It's usually a utility effect. Most weapons, it's not even worth having. Most people would say it's not worth having on Booyah Bomb, but having just 1 or 2 points, like it's not that it's worth having, but it will trip up players who aren't used to playing against it. So it can be worth having. Is it more worth than the other points you can get in that spot? Hard to say, but still does something. Exactly. Not optimal, but funny. Honestly, having a little bit of walk on this thing really doesn't feel bad. I don't think it's necessary. Again, not optimal, but it is funny. The amount of extra special charge you get from just having a bit of walk is really nice. I don't know why I came over here. I do not want to be here. Okay. Where are they? Oh, that's where they are. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, teammates handle that. Ah, well. I tried to outplay and it did not work. I got blasted by Crab. It happens. Okay. Oh, hello. Jesus. Okay. For some reason, they are not thinking about the fact that we can just push them. Fuck. Oh, we're fine. True, true. We at least avoided them. Please give me, like, I've gone through like 6 or 7 subs without seeing a fucking walk. At this point, I'm just gonna have to pay the 20 to get a second one on it. Thank fuck. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. Good job, team. I want to build up some money before I do another ticket. I might just do this though. And I almost want to just keep playing with Walker. Like, just a little bit. It's kind of fun. Yeah, just I kind of just want to keep playing turf, honestly. Like, I'm kind of just in the mood to. I don't really have it in me to do super intense gameplay. I'm probably not going to go more than another half hour, so I think I'm just going to play some turf. So we'll just get a smaller money buff. That being said, if anyone would like to join me for turf, you should feel free. I see that Bitter is currently playing turf. If you want to join me, Bitter, I will make a room. Oh yeah, Splatfest coming up. I don't really need turf war practice so much, but I don't mind it. Smurf war. That's really funny. I've never. I'm impressed by how simple and obvious that is, and the fact that I don't feel like I've ever said it or thought it. Well, it's not even about the Smurfs. It's about like the game term Smurf, right? Where you Smurfing being like playing at a lower MMR than you are capable of. It usually just means starting a new file and being level 1 and jumping all the, the kiddos. I'm just gonna go into one for now. If Bitter would like to join me, I can start a room after this. Smorf. I don't know where that got me. I just Smorf. Smarf. Hap Smarf. Yeah, I missed my Walkman. Kind of wild. I was all the way down there by now. Last game. But you cannot oversell the value